So Charlie was just telling Keanu that he has seen the film and I haven't.
Yes.
Why do we need to? Do we need to tell you that? Apparently, it's great. Unfortunately, we only found out yesterday it was on.
That's the
so
reason.
that is my excuse.
It was logistics more than
anything
anything
else.
else.
And I do apologise.
It's fine. Well, hopefully you'll see
Tell
it,
me
and
about
hopefully
it.
you'll like it.
Tell us about it.
Well, let's see. It's a romantic comedy heist movie, and it's about a guy who, I guess, decides to rob a bank to change his life.
Yeah.
And it starts out with kind of the character you play. I mean, he seems on the face of it have nothing going on. He works in a dead-end job in a toll booth,
yeah.
and then something happens that involves him in a crime.
Yeah, it's hence the comedy. There's a knock on his door, and there's an old schoolmate, and he ends up getting in a car. And then these other guys decide to rob a bank. They rob a bank. I'm stuck in the car. I get caught. I go to jail. I meet James Caan. James Caan, who's a lifer, decides to mentor me. He asks me, Henry, you don't have, who are you? You don't have a dream. I don't have a dream. What kind of life is that? I say, it's a pretty good one. He says, well, you're in jail. Coming out of jail, I decide, well, I did the time. I might as well have done the crime. So in the meantime, my wife has divorced me. She's fallen in love with another guy. And then I kind of, I go to this bank and I find out that there's a tunnel between a bank and a theater. And in the theater, I meet Vera Farmiga. And she's the lead actress in the play The Cherry Orchard. And
she's also been in Up in the Air with opposite
yes,
George
indeed.
Clooney, and
Yes.
nominated for awards. And
she's fabulous and fantastic and a firecracker.
I think you should stop with the plot there because you're going to tell people too much. But this is
thank
very
you
much.
for that.
No, you don't want to tell the whole
Thank you.
film.
I was setting it up, and you're right. Thank you very much.
So stop there. But this is very much your own. You star in it, but this is your own production as well. Is that right?
Yeah, I developed it with my producing partner, and we worked on the script for about 4 years with Sasha Gervasi, who did that film documentary Anvil, the story of Anvil.
4 years is a long time.
It is, yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds kind of simple, the plot, but in order to get, to give time to all of the characters and to make sure it was funny, hopefully, and romantic. But yeah, it was 4 years.
When you describe yourself as an actor, I suppose you don't like to be pigeonholed, but some people will see you as the sort of teenage slacker actor. Some people will see you as the action hero actor. How do you? I mean, are you now the comedy heist romantic actor? What's the? How would you like people to describe you?
Well, I mean, I hope to be able to work in different genres on different scale. Independent films, studio films. Like right now, I'm working on a film called 47 Ronin, which is a kind of Western Japanese 1700s action film, and then doing Henry's Crime. So hopefully I can be. Hopefully people will enjoy my work in any genre. Doing. I want it all.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Can we go back to spelling some myths, Keanu?
Okay.
Can we do that? Because you're here and people can hear you say it.
Okay.
There's this sort of mythology that surrounds you, that you're sad. That there's this whole sad Keanu thing. That you're someone who carries quite a lot of burdens around with you, and what's all that about?
Well, that started with a paparazzo picture. Of me eating a sandwich. It was an internet kind of aspect that was run. And that was a kind of, someone just decided to take this paparazzo picture and create this event on the internet of kind of sad Keanu Day.
Did that strike you that it can just, a moment can be taken out of context, that someone can take a photograph at any moment?
Well, I mean, people deal with that every day, do you not?
Yeah, but they don't then have the whole world discussing whether or not you're sad or not. I mean, we don't have to deal with that. And then suddenly everyone's talking about you.
It was good, clean fun.
You see it as fun. It's just part of life.
I mean, in that kind of aspect, absolutely. I mean, it's not quite harm. I mean, do I wish that I didn't get my picture taken and while I was eating a sandwich on the streets of New York? Yeah.
Because it strikes me that you're actually a very private person.
Yeah.
That you don't appreciate a lot of intrusion, and you live in a world where gossip and photographs and the internet discuss the details of your life of lots of people's lives all the time.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
And
I can't really.
It's not a comfortable position to be in, is it?
It depends on what position it's putting you in. I mean, in general, you want to lead a private life. You don't necessarily want to be followed or having dinner, or, you know, if you're with friends and family, you know, you don't want to be, you know, ka-chung, ka-chung, you know, it's not fun. And then, but that's all I can say.
Well, let's stop there. Now, can I ask you something else entirely different then? This is, you know, is a news programme, amongst other things. And we've watched, obviously, what's been going on in America in relation to the shooting most recently. Now, can I ask you, in this film, in your new film, the character you play, very deliberately, he's going to rob a bank, doesn't use guns.
That's right.
And he says very clearly, he says he doesn't want to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
Now,
people could get hurt.
I'm thinking, is there a message here? You're of a certain age now. You appeared, for example, in the Matrix film, which became very famous for the, you know, those gun sequences, and by some people were linked, you know, to things like Columbine and influences.
Right.
Are you, as an older actor, more conscious of the use of guns in films? Are you saying something in this film?
I would say both. You know, I mean, I think, you know, to follow up on the Matrix trilogy, you know, the character I played in the end, you know, is asked, "What do you want?" And he says, "Peace." You know, ultimately that was about, you know, different systems and, you know, living, getting along. And in Henry's Crime, yeah, there is a response to that aspect of you know, this character not wanting to hurt anyone, not to put anyone in a situation of harm.
But is that, I mean, is there a thought process in your head about the whole thing, about, you know, the worry about how guns are portrayed in film, or is there something going on there, or am I reading more into it?
Practically, I guess it's, you know, it's theory, it's practical, it's a reaction, it's a response. I think in terms of, do guns in movies create crime?
What do you think?
I don't know.
But having been in the Matrix, I mean, you'll know about that whole argument that went on. I mean, has it made has it given you a pause for thought, you know?
Well, I think I don't want to, you know, in any project or work that I do, there is a consideration and thought in terms of what it could be saying. And if there is going to be an aspect of, I'm not going to be frivolous with it. I'm not going to be pornographic with it. I'm not going to, you know, there might be hopefully enjoyable exploitation, but I hope to have some kind of dialogue with it in the sense of, what does it mean? What is it doing? Not necessarily like, you know, guns are cool and go out there and kill people. I mean, I think that at some level that it is entertainment, and I think, you know, I don't know if entertainment, or if a film can be held to that, like The Matrix being connected to Columbine, I think is
an unfair link.
Theory and a kind of aspect that doesn't necessarily track to the depth of the event. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I do,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean? In order to watching the film and seeing like guns are cool or to anything like that, to actually coming and killing a person, I don't know.
It's a very fascinating topic, and we are now done for time.
I know.
I'm so sorry, and lovely to see you here this morning. And the film
you.
is fun. It's a great fun film, and thank you very much.
Thanks for that.
Thank you for coming in this morning.
It was really good to talk to you.
Thank you.
It's one of those moments where you open up a whole debate, and we could talk for so long, and unfortunately, we have to end the programme. Keanu, thanks very much indeed for your time.
Thank you.
That is, you're right, 3 minutes to 10, and that is news. And here is weather with Liam Dutton. Have a good day. Bye-bye.